Imagine waking up to find half your championship-winning team has vanished overnight. That's the daunting reality staring down the Tennessee Volunteers as they navigate a massive talent exodus this season. But here's where it gets controversial. Can a storied program like Tennessee truly rebuild its winning culture without its core leaders? Or is this the moment that defines whether retention trumps raw talent? Let's dive into head coach Rick Barnes. Insights on replacing key players like Zakai Ziegler and Jahmai Mashack, and explore why this transition could spark heated debates among fans and experts alike. The Tennessee Volunteers entered the 2024-25 basketball campaign with a roster boasting 6 seniors, each of whom logged more than 30 games the previous year. These veterans, Chaz Lanier, Zakai Ziegler, Jordan Gainey, Igor Milicic, Jahmai Mashack, and Darlin Stone Dunbar, weren't just role players. Together, they powered the team to an impressive combined average of 62 points per game, propelling Tennessee to a second consecutive Elite Eight appearance. For those new to college basketball, the Elite Eight is the sweet spot in the NCAA tournament where only 8 teams remain, battling for a shot at the Final Four. It's like reaching the semifinals of the biggest championship in the sport. As a squad, the Vols racked up an overall average of 74.0 points per game during that standout season, showcasing their offensive firepower. This kind of wholesale departure of experienced talent isn't uncommon in today's fast-paced college basketball landscape, where players often chase greener pastures in the NBA or elsewhere. However, the leadership vacuum left behind in Tennessee's locker room presents a unique challenge, one that could make or break the team's future success. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just about filling roster spots. It's about preserving the intangible culture that makes a team tick, from daily habits to how they represent the program off the court. Head coach Rick Barnes addressed these concerns head-on during the Volunteers' in-house media day on Thursday, emphasizing how crucial it is to maintain that cultural fabric amid such significant losses. He openly admitted that the risk of cultural erosion, or the lack of it carrying over, can spell disaster for a team, potentially leading to inconsistency or even collapse. You do worry about culture. That was a big thing coming in. That's why we believe the most important thing we can do is retention, Barnes explained. When you talk about retention, you're talking about guys that understand the way you do things, the way you want things done on a day-to-day basis, not just in this building, but away from here, in everything they do, how we want our program represented. In simpler terms, retention means keeping players who get the team's ethos. Think discipline, work ethic, and pride in the orange and white, so they can pass it down like a family tradition. Tennessee doesn't have a ton of returning starters from its regular lineup, but there are 3 key holdovers who saw action in at least 28 games last season: Felix Okpara, Cade Phillips, and Bishop Boswell. Whether it's fair or not, the responsibility for keeping the team's spirit alive falls squarely on their shoulders. Fortunately, Barnes is optimistic they've embraced the role. I really do appreciate the older guys setting the tone for these young guys that come in. So much is so new to them, he said. Until they go through the blender of it, the grind of it, it's just really hard to explain to anybody. They think they can do it, but they realize it's harder than they think. And it's supposed to be. But our older guys, I think, really do and have done a good job trying to explain to them and talk about what's next, what we're up against, and what we'll be up against every night. This highlights a common theme in sports. Experience isn't just about skills. It's about mentoring newcomers through the blender of intense practices, tough losses, and the mental grind that separates dreamers from doers. Adding to this transitional puzzle is longtime walk-on Grant Hurst, who earned a scholarship for the upcoming 2025-26 season after proving his mettle. Hurst transferred from UT Martin in 2023 and demonstrated the sheer determination required to thrive in Tennessee's demanding environment. A perfect example of how grit and loyalty can turn a humble role into a rewarded opportunity. His story underscores a controversial point. In an era where players often jump ship for better deals, is unwavering commitment to a program's culture becoming a rare commodity? Or should teams prioritize flashy recruits over those who embody the Vol way? There's no stronger testament to the power of dedication than Hurst's journey. The Volunteers kick off their season against Mercer on November 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, setting the stage for what promises to be a fascinating year of rebuilding. But here's the big question to ponder. Do you think Tennessee can recapture its magic through culture and retention alone? Or is this the year they prove that star power always wins out? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Barnes's emphasis on continuity? Or do you see a counterpoint where fresh blood brings innovation? Let's discuss.